Even if you've never been to Spain, you can spot a Spanish home fast. Terracotta roofs, sun shutters, and iron balconies.
Today we'll speedrun Spanish homes, how to recognize them, why they look that way, how they're built, and where the money goes.
Homes are history you can live in. In Spain, that history is written in sunlight, brick, tile, and everyday street life.
By the end, you'll remember 5 things: the look, the reasons, the build steps, the budget pain points, and the iconic details.
First signature, the roof. Curved terracotta tiles show up everywhere, and they're built to handle sun, time, and tradition.
Terracotta isn't just pretty. It's durable, breathable, and it performs well in places where the sun works overtime.
You'll see the same roof hat on old towns and new builds because it solves problems.
That warm roofline becomes a national fingerprint, one of the quickest ways to recognize Spanish architecture.
Second signature, windows that squint. Shutters and rolling blinds control glare, heat, and privacy in one simple move.
It's not about blocking light completely. It's about shaping it, turning harsh sun into soft, livable daylight.
Deep window reveals and heavier walls help too. The home is literally designed to slow heat down before it reaches you.
These details feel ordinary until you realize they're part of Spain's everyday climate strategy.
Third signature, ironwork. Balconies, railings, gates. Spain loves metalwork that makes the street feel alive.
It's part security, part style, and part tradition. An outdoor edge where private homes meet public life.
Ironwork also means craftsmanship. Those curves and joints are labor, not decoration, and that matters for the budget later.
Once you start noticing Spanish ironwork, you'll spot it in every street scene, like jewelry on the building.
Remember this, Spanish homes wear a tile hat, they squint with sun shutters, and they accessorize with ironwork.
Why do Spanish homes look like this? First, the sun. Many regions get strong,
Homes fight heat by slowing it down, thicker materials, shaded openings, and airflow that turns hot streets into cooler rooms.
The goal isn't darkness, it's control. Enough daylight to live, but not enough heat to suffer.
That's why roofs, eaves, and shutters keep repeating. They're simple tools for comfort in bright conditions.
Second, durability risks. Along the coast, humidity and salt slowly attack finishes, metals, and even concrete over time.
Wind matters too. Good shutters, proper fixings, and solid roofs aren't optional. They're long-term protection.
Into that. In parts of Spain, seismic considerations also shape choices. Less drama, more engineering, reinforced.
And if water gets in, it gets expensive. So moisture control and drainage quietly sit behind many Spanish design decisions.
Third, culture. Spain lives around the home. Streets, plazas, terraces, so houses balance privacy with connection to outside life. That's why patios matter. A courtyard is like a private climate machine. Shade, airflow, and a calmer center of gravity.
Terraces do the same job above the street. Usable outdoor space, cooler evenings, and a place where daily life expands.
At the same time, Spanish homes protect privacy. Solid doors, controlled openings, and layered.
So the Spanish look isn't random. It's climate logic plus street culture, design choices that match how people actually live.
Now, how is a home built in Spain? Step 1 is rules. Planning and permits shape what you can build before the first shovel.
In practice, that means you work with professionals, follow local requirements, and design inside real constraints, not fantasy.
Once the rules and site are understood, the build becomes a sequence. Foundations, structure, envelope, roof, then systems and finishes.
Step 2, foundations. The goal is stability and water management, getting the base right so everything above stays calm.
Drainage is part of the foundation story. If you guide water away early, you avoid expensive repairs later. Step 3 is the big one, structure. Modern Spanish builds often use reinforced concrete frames, columns, beams, and slabs.
Concrete frames are predictable, strong, and familiar to local crews, which makes the whole system efficient to repeat.
Then you'll often see brick or block infill walls between the frame, creating the shape of rooms and the feel of solidity.
Older Spanish buildings may rely on load-bearing masonry and stone. Different method, same idea, mass, durability and craft.
The real secret is in connections, reinforcement, alignment, and careful joints. Quiet work that decides how the building ages.
When the structure is done, you can finally read the future home, where the shade will fall and how the street will feel outside.
Step 4 is the envelope, walls that separate you from heat, noise, and weather. Masonry, insulation, and interior plaster working together.
Spain often finishes exteriors with plaster or stucco. It's practical, repairable, and it gives that clean, sun-ready surface.
That iconic white look in many regions isn't only style. Lighter surfaces help reflect sunlight and reduce heat gain.
And this is where windows matter. Good sealing, good shading, and careful installation, because small gaps become big problems.
Step 5, the roof. Under the tiles, the waterproofing layers and flashing do the real work. Quiet protection you never see. Some homes use flat roofs and terraces. Then waterproofing becomes everything, because that roof is also living space.
A terrace roof adds a lifestyle layer, an outdoor room above the street, especially valuable when evenings turn gentle.
Step 6. Systems. Electrical and plumbing are the nervous system of the home, and mistakes here are painful to fix later.
Then finishes, cooling, ventilation, tile work, doors, and details. This is when a structure becomes somewhere you can actually live.
Now the budget. People underestimate this part until the invoices arrive.
In Spain, costs cluster in a few predictable places. Cost driver 1, structure and labor. Concrete, reinforcement, engineering, and skilled hands add up quickly. The structure is the backbone. If you upgrade it, you pay, but you also buy stability, longevity, and fewer surprises.
Labor quality matters as much as material. Good crews prevent hidden defects that become expensive later.
Cost driver 2, the roof, especially waterproofing details. Tiles are visible, but membranes and flashing are what you're paying for.
If the roof leaks, everything below suffers. That's why roof details can quietly consume a serious slice of budget.
Even small roof maintenance is craftsmanship. Done right, it protects the home for decades.
Cost driver 3, windows and doors. Good glazing and sealing matter, and Spain often adds shutters for comfort and security.
A well-built opening reduces heat, noise, and drafts. It feels small, but it changes the daily experience of the home.
Shading systems are part of the window budget, not a bonus. They're the tools that make bright climates comfortable.
Cost driver 4, kitchens and bathrooms. This is tile country, and tile work is skilled, time-consuming craftsmanship.
Fixtures, waterproofing, and finish quality can swing costs wildly. Bathrooms look simple until you pay for the details.
In Spain, tile isn't just practical, it's identity. And identity tends to be expensive when it's done properly.
Cost driver 5, character costs, facades, balconies, and ironwork. They make the home feel Spanish, and they rarely come cheap.
The surprise cost is moisture control. Especially near the coast, waterproofing and drainage quietly eat budgets if you ignore them.
All right, 5 iconic details. Once you notice these, you'll start spotting Spanish homes everywhere, even in a single glance.
Iconic 1, the terracotta roof tile. Warm, curved, and instantly recognizable against bright Spanish skies.
Iconic 2, persianas and shutters. Spain's everyday technology for taming sunlight and protecting privacy.
Iconic 3, wrought iron. Its security, craft, and street character. Metalwork that gives Spanish streets their rhythm.
Iconic 4, the patio heart. A courtyard brings light and air in while keeping the harshest sun at a respectful distance.
Iconic 5, ceramic tiles, azulejos, telling stories in kitchens, stairs, and patios with patterns that feel unmistakably Spanish.
Tile hat, squinting windows, iron jewelry, a patio heart, and ceramic storytelling under your feet. Quick recap. Recognize Spain by terracotta roofs, sun shutters, and iron balconies. The why is sun, durability, and outdoor living culture.
Build steps. Rules, foundations, concrete and masonry, envelope, roof, then systems and finishes. Money goes to
Sponsors Lounge Zenland. Spanish homes are a negotiation with the sun, practical, social, and beautifully specific.